Hi there and welcome to AdvancePro University. Today we're going to be talking about variant items and order matrix features within AdvancePro. This is largely aimed at clothing and other apparel type distribution companies. So we're going to talk a little bit about having style numbers and how you can have within those style numbers various colors and sizes of product. So there's a few areas just to set this feature up within AdvancePro. Let's jump into AdvancePro. We're going to come to products. We're going to come to variant manager. First off. So we're here in our products panel. We're going to come to Variant Manager. And this allows you to set up a number of different ways that a product can vary, up to 6. So here we've got color and size as our first ones. We also have this option 3. So option 3 can be a third way that products can vary. And again, we can go up to 6. So once we've gone and created those by entering a variant type name, and hitting add, then we can add the individual variations that occur within that type. So here we have all of the different colors that are available, and we can go ahead and start to assign these colors as available or unavailable to a specific product. Likewise, we can go into sizes, and we have a number of sizes set up. So here we have large, medium, small. You could have every shoe size that you deal with. So in this, what we're doing here is we're setting up all of the potential variations. So if you offer shoes in 25 different sizes, but some shoes may only have 20 sizes, some will have all 25, some will have far fewer, you're going to set up every potential size that you deal with. If you're doing shoes and clothes, you might do small, medium, large, and all of your individual numbered sizes. So you want to put in every potential size that could exist on a product here in your variants or for sizes. For colors, you want to put in every color or print that you might carry. Let's go ahead and close that out. Now let's talk about applying that to a product. So we have an existing product here that works on variants, and you'll see this little checkbox up at the top, combine variants. So these are actually two different products. There's t-shirts as a non-variant item, where each and every size has its own SKU, and then we have these combined variants. So these each have their own UPC, they each have a sub-SKU, but they're all under the parent style number of t-shirt. So here's our t-shirt parent style number. So we have a SKU for the parent, and then what you might call child SKUs for each of the individual variants, and we can see stock levels for each, or if we check off that combined variants, we're going to see the total stock for all of the items that belong to this style or to this parent SKU. Let's go inside of that product, and we're going to go to the variants tab now. So this is how we can go ahead and set up an item with variants and manage those individual variants. So we have a number of items that come in various colors, in various sizes. And we can set up if there are cost variations. We can set up if there are selling price variations for the cost or selling price of any of these items. If I go into one of them, and I click edit, we can also set up some of these other areas where you can have a maximum, minimum order quantity, a different weight for each variant. You can be managing lots, serials, and batches for each variant if you like. You can have a different image for each variant, and these can go up to AdvancePro's web services so that you can show all of the different colors for a given item within your pages on our web services, our B2C, B2B, and sales rep web services. You can see the landed cost as separate for each variant if you like. And you can adjust pricing either by an amount or by a percentage. So those are available as well. Now let's just back out for a second. I want to show you the automatic variant creation. You can also assign picking locations for each of the variants here. You can make them inactive. You can specify units of measure for each of the variants. These are all different settings available. Let's create a product from scratch. This one's going to be called shoe. So we'll call this AdvancePro University shoe. And we'll go ahead and save that. We'll give it a vendor. So we buy all our shoes from one vendor, and we're going to give it a default price. Now we're going to come into variants. So we come to variants, and now we can check off the variants that apply to this product, and we can click either individual create product variation to just say one specific small in blue, variation of the product, or we can auto-create. And what auto-create lets us do is it lets us choose the colors that apply, choose the sizes to create them in, and we can generate them all. We're also going to automatically generate a unique SKU, and that makes it a lot easier to manage and scan these individual variations within AdvancePro. We can either have them numbered or we can use variant abbreviations, and I'm going to generate all. Nope. Get them all selected. Generate. So now it's gone and created the colors and the sizes that I wanted, and it shows me the abbreviations that are all set up for us. So now there's a unique SKU for each one. I can go down and I can put in my individual UPC numbers. If there's any price adjustments, I can put those in here. I can say which ones I want active. Maybe I want all of them active. And then I can process, and that will go ahead and create our variations within AdvancePro. So now let's talk a little bit about Order Matrix. So Order Matrix allows us to look at AdvancePro orders with variants on them in a grid form. So this is going to let us see a number of columns and rows to denote the variant. So perhaps we'll have all the sizes across the columns, and all the rows across, or all the rows might display different colors. So to discuss that in a little bit detail, let's actually set that up. We're going to come to Admin, Utilities, and we're going to come to Order Matrix. And if this is not enabled, you may need to reach out to your AdvancePro advisor to get it enabled. And here we have the option of color or option 3, and I'm actually going to remove option 3 so we get color and size here. Let's go back out to our products and make that change. We're actually going to remove each of these. So I went ahead, I deleted all of option 3, all the various options there, and we had to remove them from the various products they applied to. And then I removed that option entirely. So now we just have color and size. Coming back out to our setup for the Order Matrix options. We'll come into Order Matrix, and now we've gone ahead and selected color and size. We're going to have size as the horizontal option. Those are going to be the different columns, and color as rows. So I want to show you what this looks like on a vendor order now. If I come to Vendors and I come to New Order, I'm going to come ahead and just choose my vendor. There we are. And we're going to choose one of our items. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our SKU number, just for the parent SKU, for the style number, here where it says SKU, we're going to hit the search button. So that's going to show me all of the variants available. And we can put them in from here. But what I can do is if I click on this green plus, it'll bring up a grid. And I can go ahead and mark the items that I'd like to add to my order using that grid. We can add them. And then here, we're going to get both worlds here. We're going to get both the list view and a grid view. And I'll show you how to access the grid view. If we go ahead and hit Smart Print Pro, we're going to get this grid view popping up. And we can print it out using the grid view. There it is. So this is our order matrix view. Now, if we like, we can also hit this other standard print to print this out line by line as well, a more traditional way of looking at your orders. So you have both options here. So here we have our sizes across the different columns and our colors coming down in rows. So that's a little bit about how Order Matrix is going to display on a vendor purchase order. You're going to see something very, very similar on how to add them to a customer purchase order. It gives you just an idea of how Order Matrix works in AdvancePro. If we were to move forward with this order and actually go ahead and receive it, we'll place the order and head over to receiving. We can actually also view our receiving ticket in an Order Matrix form. Let's go ahead and open that up. So we'll now see this little icon right here. So we can do this, and if we hit that little button, we're now going to see a grid for what's been received. Now we do have to scan each of the items or mark them as received line by line, but once we go ahead and receive them, when we print this out, we can get a receiving ticket, or if we're shipping, a shipping ticket that reflects what needs to be picked or received, or what was picked or received. So that's going to show us just a little bit about Order Matrix capabilities within AdvancePro. It's largely centered on your customer sales orders and your vendor purchase orders. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to send us an email. You can also reach out if you have any suggestions for future AdvancePro University episodes. Thank you.